punch needle different shape learning tutorials. The first is the triangle poking. Adjust the needle to D gear. Poke the needle into one of the corners. Start by poking around the edge of the triangle. Each needle is about 5 millimeters apart. The direction of the poke needle needs to be poked in the direction of the line. After the first round, start at the middle of the previous circle. Round and poking in. Each stitch should be poked as far as possible into the middle of the previous circle. It will be neater and look better. So just poke it down needle by needle in the same way, until the whole triangle is poked full. When the last stitch is poked, press and hold the thread part with your hand. Pull the line up a short section. Cut the thread with scissors. Use the poking needle to gently poke the excess thread in a few times. The triangle is poked. And then the square. Same as D-file, squares are made like triangles. Also needle from one corner. Poke the edge of the square first. Go around and poke in, until the entire square is filled. Press and hold the thread position. Gently lift the needle. Cut the wool. Use the poke needle to gently poke it a few times. Just poke the square, this furry square. First we need to turn the frame over to the back. Adjust the needle to see. Do the same thing with one of the needles. And along the edges of the square, just poke it down one needle at a time. From the second lap, each needle is poked to the middle of the previous circle, until the whole square is filled. Press and hold the thread position with your hand. Cut the thread with scissors. Turn to the back to see the effect. That's it. It's fluffy. Down we poke the circle. Adjust the needle to D-file. Place the needle on the round edge. First poke the outside of the circle. Oblique opening of the poke needle. You need to keep turning in the direction the line is going. After the first round, use the same method in the middle of the previous circle segment. Poke in circles, until the whole circle is filled. Press and hold the thread position. Gently pull out the thread. Cut with scissors. Use the poking needle to gently poke the thread in. The circle is ready. Next, poke this leaf and adjust the poke needle to see. You start with the needle at the end of the leaf. Poke the right half first. Use the needle to poke back and forth like this until half the leaves are poked full. After half the leaves are poked full, poke the other leaf in the same way, until the other half is full. Press and hold the thread part with your hand. Gently pull the thread out. Cut it and gently poke the thread in with the poke needle. The leaves are poked. Poke the cross petals and adjust the poke needle to D. Stitch from the core part. First poke the petals above. Poke back the flower core part. Poke the petals to the left again, and back to the core. Then use the same method. Poke the lower and right petals. Hold the thread with your hand. Pull the line out. Poke the thread back. Cross petals would be fine. Next, poke the 6-petaled flower poke needle, which is the same as the D-file. Also place the needle in the flower core part. Use the same method as the crossed petals. Fill all 6 petals. Press and hold the thread. Pull the thread out and cut it. Hide the thread in. 6 small flowers are ready. Come poke this 5-petaled flower and adjust the poke needle to be. Needle in the flower heart part, like this. Jab back and forth to the right of one of the sides, and poke it back and forth along the side, and poke it back and forth on the left. And one petal is poked. It is important to note that the left and right sides are poked slightly shorter than the middle one. Then poke the remaining 4 petals in the same manner. 5 petals of flowers will be poked. Come down and poke the roses and adjust the poke needle to a gear, one of the 3 points in the drawn circle. The lower needle is then poked at the position of the 2nd and 3rd points. The 4th needle is poked between the 1st and 2nd points. Then use the same method. They are all poked in the middle of the 2 stitches in the upper circle, the pattern of forming a poke triangle. Use this pattern to poke it around and around, until the whole circle is filled. After all the circles are filled, cut the thread. Pull the thread in. Pick the outermost wire again. A rose is ready. This oblique needle method. Jab back and forth between the lines like this. The direction of the needle needs to be adjusted with the direction of the thread. Just keep poking back and forth like this. And here's the cross poke. You start with one side. First poke parallel to the side. Poke it diagonally like this to the other side. The oblique opening of the poking needle needs to be in the direction of the line. After poking to the top, poke down diagonally with the same pattern. Poke to the beginning. Pull the line out. Poke the thread back. Do you know the cross-stitching method? Then poke the shape of the ear of wheat. Adjust the needle to see. Needle in the middle. Jab back and forth left and right like this. Repeat this poke. The oblique port of the poke needle is in the direction of the line. Every stitch has to be poked to the end. In this way, the shape of the ears of wheat is poked out. Now let's poke the branches. Adjust the needle to see. Needle from the end of the branch. Poke it up first, then poke it back and forth to the left, and poke it back and forth to the right. So the two leaves are poked in the same way. First poke the middle branch part, poke the branches and leaves on both sides again, and then poke a leaf up. So you can poke a branch. And finally, the bough. So let's start with this. Take a wool, wrap 8 circles on 3 fingers. Remove the loop. Pinch the middle part. Fix it in a pre-drawn grid. Poke the needle and drop the needle from the middle. Then go around to the top of the wool ring and poke down. Fixed wool. Then poke for stitches back and forth in the same way. Then press and hold the thread to cut off the wool. Poke the excess thread back with the poke needle. The bough is ready.